Right now.
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 Because it's time to right now.
Right now.
Right.
Right.
Welcome to another daily motivation stream. I'm your host Kaufman, and today we're going to get in a full solid writing sprint. You know the vibe. So we're going to do one solid writing sprint, 40 minutes, and we're going to just see how accomplished we can be on this Tuesday late afternoon. So let's see if we can push. I would love to hear, what are you working on? What's on your mind today, writer? Are you coming up with some new ideas? Are you making some editing? You doing revising or something else altogether? By the way, welcome to the community. I'm Kaufman, daily writing streamer, and almost reaching 600 consecutive writing live streams. So let's push and let's see just what we can accomplish today. As you know, I'm working on the Last Scarecrow on a crazy section of POV breaks near as I approach the revisions of the midpoint of my book. So I'm going to hop straight into it. Feel free to come join and let's just get some writing. Go straight into it. So as you can see, I already have my writing software set up. I'm going to start straight away and see what I can accomplish. All right. And without further ado, whether you're brainstorming, writing, revising, editing, or author branding or something else, I'll come join you in the chat if you have questions, but it's time to write now. All right, my friends, that was the sprint. How did that sprint treat you? Were you hopefully able to get a little progress in that time? I feel like I definitely did. I got to start to this the next scene. It's interesting. I have to ask myself if it, because I feel like it kind of drags the pacing down a little bit because it's not really as um yeah, it's just not as quick paced as I would like. Mm, yeah, I have to think about it. It's interesting because, like, you need the pacing for which the chapter is kind of the overall chapter is kind of quick pacing, but this one beat is kind of going a little slower than I would like, but it's like it needs to happen, so I'm feeling kind of mixed about it. But did about 400 words, give or take, so nothing crazy. At least making a little bit of progress. Sounds like y'all are making some really good progress as well. Hopefully, we're all like trying to get some words in at least. Nice, Susan. That's awesome that you're making progress on your second novel already as well. That's really, really cool. Ooh. A crossover. Crossovers are always fun, especially when we get to expand the universe as well. And it sounds like we're getting some ideas all around. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. The past couple of days, I've been getting some crazy ideas. And especially for Scarecrow, I think as it's interesting, the more I work through the story, the more I come up with the ideas for smaller beats in the story that I've gone through already through this revision for things that just aren't strong enough. Um, I don't when as I'm because I'm about to approach the midpoint of the second draft. And when I look back at when I think back to the first half of the book, I would say that there's probably like 2 or 3 story beats, which could definitely be stronger or which could be ironed out. Um, no, yeah, it could just be stronger. And then I kind of get some ideas. I'm like, okay, yeah, that could be better. And I think it's because I'm working more and more in depth in this draft. So I'm getting more ideas. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to go back at all. I'm going to keep going forward and finish the draft. And then draft 3 is going to be like a quick revision draft for me. Yeah, I'm really gonna push myself to see if I can do draft 3, like do a couple of days back to back and just go like a full on editing mode. See if I can do a marathon myself. Because I think the next draft I really need to like read it or edit it beginning to end and just start getting that vibe down. Hey, what's up, Haley? Welcome, welcome. You're like just coming in and saying hi. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Hopefully the writing vibe is treating you awesome today. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm glad we were able to make a little bit of progress today. I want to keep going through this chapter. I wish I had more time to write. Tomorrow. So it sounds like we'll have more time to write tomorrow because it's writing. It's a writers group. So everyone, thank you for joining. And don't forget, for those of you who want to be involved with our right now YouTube channel membership events, our next channel membership workshop is actually going to be tomorrow before our writers group. So our channel membership workshop, I want to say it's at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. We're going to be talking about genre, tropes, and trends. How do you identify what your readership wants? And then how you identify what it is that you want and trying to find a good balance. So we're going to be diving deep into that into our YouTube channel member workshop. All you have to do to become a channel member is just click that join button below. Super easy. You can look through the pricing and the tiers and all that stuff. So that'll be the next event that we have for the month. And then, of course, we'll have our weekly writers group. Same time, same place, 4 Pacific, 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be joined with other writers of the community as we try to make some progress with our storytelling. And we'll kind of chat and we'll see whatever writing shenanigans are on our mind. So we'll be back. We got some fun things tomorrow. Saturday, we have a fun specialty live stream. I have a special guest joining us, and we're going to be doing a bit of a deep dive into cover design. We're going to be talking about cover design. We're going to be going through some strategies that you can use for strategies to use with Canva and creating some like easy templates and easy designs if you don't have any experience. So we're going to be helping everyone. That'll be Saturday's stream. Sundays, of course, our August writing challenge. And we got all the stuff this week. So that's what we got for the week. I'm definitely looking forward. Hopefully, I can get some decent time for writing on Sunday. And oh, that's right. Sunday is also our channel member critique group. So that will be cool. We got a lot this weekend. So everyone, thanks for joining. That's all that I got for you. And yeah, and don't forget, tap that like button on your way out. Help us show the algorithm that writing streams are cool. All right, friends. Thanks for joining, but unfortunately, that brings us to the end of the stream. Don't forget, words are wind, but stories are forever. I'm Kaufman, and I'll catch you on the morrow. Stay creative, writers. Words are wind, but stories are forever. I'm Kaufman, and I'll catch you on the morrow. Stay creative, writers. It's time to write
Right
now.
Sorry.
Right now, not right now, but right now. Read now, right now.